We're back with another episode. Yeah, let me get in my right headspace. Hey, y'all. What's up? Glad I could come to you in your headphones through your car speakers. You're listening to this week's episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler.
The smooth sound. Freddy Cruz. From Hot 105.
Buckle up, baby. It's going to get crazy.
Sound like a man. Jesus, I shocked myself. Ooh.
I like it.
Okay, yeah.
What's up, everybody? We're back this week. Another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Glad to have you. You're very blessed to have us. So.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, how are you doing? How's your week?
My week has been really, really good. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Some things we can say, some things we can't. But other than that, it's been a really, really good week. Non-toxic for multiple reasons. But
Love that for you.
yeah, how was yours?
Yo, I got some stories to tell.
Please do. We're all listening and waiting.
So I don't know if you know, if you follow me on social media, which you should. I'm just kidding. I don't like attention. Stop. Don't follow me.
Yeah, okay.
I went to Chicago because one of my best friends got engaged, and it was a surprise engagement. Yes, congratulations, Megan Starr.
Congratulations,
They've been dating for like
Megan.
27 years. We were honestly just waiting for it.
Like, hurry
But
up.
they live in Chicago, so we all got together. We flew out there. Her boyfriend, now fiance, planned this whole thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was beautiful.
I was loving the guys playing everything.
Yeah, I was very. I feel like we have a big group of gal friends, and it's
Yeah.
very hard to get us all together. And he did a really good job taking initiative and planning all that, which I know is hard. So.
Yeah. Good for him.
Which, like, also keeping secrets when you're traveling is hard.
yeah.
I had to turn
Wait,
location.
did she know you all were coming up there?
No,
Oh,
she had no idea. So
wow.
I had to turn my location off. No one could know. We had to pretend, because one friend and her boyfriend were going up there. They had already planned a trip,
Yeah.
so she knew about them, but she didn't know about anybody else.
Oh, wow. That's yeah. I don't like surprises.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
Even proposals. I mean, don't surprise me and propose. Just do it.
This bitch got proposed, and then she walks up to me and she goes, "So I heard you've been here since Thursday."
She was like,
I was like, yeah. She was like, "And you just weren't gonna say anything?"
No.
That's the surprise.
That's the surprise.
That's the surprise
Yeah.
part. She goes, "Well, I mean, you could have just shown up. I would have just thought like, oh, it's something she's doing." I was like, no.
No. I'm here for promo for the podcast.
So I fucking fly into Chicago late on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
I land. I'm looking at an Uber because I'm like, my friend who got there before was like, "Hey, just so you know, you can take the train if you want." But we took an Uber. It's like $40. And I was like, I've seen Save the Last Dance. I know what happens on the fucking trains of Chicago. I'm not doing it.
Oh my God.
I've seen what quit it, Nikki. I've seen what it looks like. I'm not about that.
And they just got over flooding and stuff too. So
Yeah, and I'm like, it's also
Yeah.
like, so she got, no, I'm not fucking doing it. So I was like, I'm gonna put my ass in an Uber. It's fine. I have a job. I got some fucking pocket change. I will spend it. Go to call an Uber. Sure was fucking $150, $125 to call an Uber. I was
No
like,
way.
what in the fucking black hell?
Gee whiz.
100? No. I was like, I'm going 13 miles down what the hell?
No.
So my least expensive option was an Uber Black.
What is that?
$70. It's like,
Isn't that like the executive luxury?
yes,
kind of
like
thing?
luxury,
What?
like black car drivers.
Wow.
So I'm like, well, I got to do it. How to do it to him?
Yeah.
I get in the car and he's like, yeah, it's just so crazy. There's traffic everywhere. That Kanye concert starts in 30 minutes. This
God
motherfucker
damn
decided
it.
to drop Donda as soon as I landed on this fucking. It was awful. So the traffic was horrible.
He did that just to piss you off.
He
Just by the way.
did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still gonna ride, but have I listened to Donda? No. I've given it some time now because I'm still pissed that I had to fucking pay $70 for an Uber.
That's crazy.
I know. So I get into this fucking blacked out Escalade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You
You'd
feel
think,
fancy.
right? Yeah, let me tell you the fucking story.
Oh God.
So I have been cursed with the gift of politeness. I'm just the fucking nicest
'cause
person,
you're an
dude.
OT.
It's because I'm an OT. It's
Yeah.
because I'm from Texas. It's because I have a white mama.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's your white side
It's
coming
the
out.
white. It's 100% the white side, because any brownness in that car would have
Yeah.
been like, no, I'm not talking. I
Right.
specifically said in my
Stranger
Uber app,
danger.
yeah, I said I would prefer quiet. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. This motherfucking Uber driver starts talking to me, and I'm just like, oh my God, yeah, you should just shooting the shit.
You didn't invite him to go to drinks with you, like
Not
you did
this
the
time.
other- okay.
I did learn my lesson. I
Cool.
did not invite him out for drinks.
Cool.
So he tells me he's from Morocco. He starts telling me all about Morocco. He's telling me, like, just random shit, and we start talking about going out and like.
Yeah.
Drinking when you go out and staying, like, he's asking me how much I drink when I go out. And I was like, I don't know, like, I take a couple shots before I get out, and then I'll have like maybe 3 or 4 drinks and which I think is normal because I'm probably an alcoholic. And he was like,
You're not. Don't say that about yourself.
he was like, whoa, yeah, Texas girls can handle their stuff. Da, da, da. So then we start talking about, like, not date rape, but like people drugging people's drinks. People drugging people's drinks when they're out. And I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, because, you know, you can never leave your drink when it's out. Someone could put anything, like if you're going to go dance, like, first of all, sir, why the fuck would I go dance and come back to my drink?
Why are y'all talking about date rape potentially? Like, that's like Bone Collector when he, you know, kidnapped all those people in those taxis.
Because I have no fucking boundaries with anyone because I'm like, I'm being polite and
you probably
engaging
didn't
them in
even check the child
conversation.
locks. See? God
No,
damn
0%. Because I was like, I'm in Escalade. What's going to happen?
Did you even think about the podcast? How am I going to replace you? Damn it.
You can't. I knew you were going to go out with me. So we're talking. He's like, you can't leave your drink places. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know. Like, I'll always finish a drink or, you know, leave it because whatever. Because money ain't no thing because I'm in an Uber Black. And he's like, yeah. And, you know, like, you know about the magic when you see the girls chewing on the nails. I was like,
what?
And I'm thinking he's talking about a drug, right? And I don't want to seem like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I was like, oh, yeah, like magic. Like the magic. Bitch. Fucking wait. He goes, yeah, like, you know, the girls, especially in Morocco, like, you know, they have the dirt under your fingernails sometimes. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, they'll bite the nail off. They'll put it in a guy's drink. If he drinks it, he'll fall in love with you.
What the
I
hell?
said, sir, like blood magic? Like
witchcraft?
Like fucking what? He's like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I've had friends this happen to. I hear things too. He's like, yeah, you just bite off a piece of your nail, you put in someone's drink, and if they drink it, literally, like, I've had friends who send people. First
disgusting.
of all, I work in a hospital, so I'm just thinking about all the nails I've seen.
Ew.
But he's like, yeah, he's like, I've known people who send girls crazy amounts of money under some spell. They do whatever they want. It's happened to me, and like, it's just insane.
He might be on to something. Maybe I can get a student loan paid on.
That's what I'm saying. And then he's like,
damn,
yeah, you know, and even
shit.
like, you know, when you're with a guy and da 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 da, and like you take his spunk and go take it to this witch doctor, she turns it into a powder. You have people drink it, and then they become in love with you.
No. That sounds like some New Orleans stuff.
That's when I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm driving, and then he's like, yeah, so, you know, on Sunday, what time do you leave? And I was like,
drop me off right here. I'm getting off right here.
I don't know. Makes up a time that I'm leaving on the place. Like, well, here's my number. Let me know. I'll drive you home. And I was like,
oh my God.
Sir, no.
Yeah, see, this is why you're not polite. Don't be polite. Don't talk to your Uber drivers. Don't.
Listen, I listen to so much true crime. I'm like queen of don't be polite, fuck men. If, you know, like, men never ask women for help. That's like your first red flag. And here I am like, oh, what magic, sir? Oh, you're me off here at my fucking hotel that I'll be at for the next 3 days. Oh, come back up this time on Sunday. I'm surprised I'm standing here. So then that puts me on high alert because I'm just like sex trafficking. Because all of the fucking, have you been to the airport lately? Probably not.
No.
We're in a pandemic. Okay, don't worry about it. There's a lot of sex trafficking signs. Like,
oh, really?
If you can't, like, there's posters in every women's bathroom that's like, if you can't leave your situation right now, you may be a victim of sex trafficking. Like, here's a number. I'm on high alert.
Gee whiz. Yeah, I haven't flown since last year. Yeah, 2020 I flew. But I literally flew for like, I flew in one day on a Friday and then I flew right back Saturday morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we did a bunch of hotel switching, or I did. So I was at one hotel and then I was going to be at a different one the next night. So my friend was staying at that same hotel. She said, you can just put your bags in my room while you're doing the change and all that. I said, okay. I walk up to her door and inside, you know where the key slips in? There is like looks like a business card folded up and stuck inside.
Oh my God.
And I'm looking at the door and there's just some house cleaners outside and she's gone because my friend knows, my friend that's getting engaged knows that this friend is there. So she's out with her entertaining her. So I'm like, I can't blow up her phone, dude. That's so weird. So I'm texting her like, hey, did you leave something in the door? Like, hey, because I'm like, I know how people will put a zip tie on something because you're going to be like a victim of sex trafficking.
This is like an episode of Taken.
Literally, they're going to target you. So they do weird shit like that. I'm freaking the fuck out. And finally her boyfriend texts me back and he's like, oh no, there wasn't a do not disturb sign. So we just threw the card in the door.
Can you let me know you did?
I was like, these motherfuckers.
This is how much men don't think about getting kidnapped.
And my wheels are after I almost got fucking kidnapped, and my wheels are turning, and I'm like,
it's the Uber driver.
Literally, he's back to get me. He found my friend's room.
That is insane. So, my God.
Other than that,
well, you had
trip went off without a hitch.
Well, did you see Kanye at least?
No, I didn't see Kanye. The Weeknd was there. I didn't see him either. I heard everyone was pissed because Kanye brought Marilyn Manson out.
Why are they pissed at Marilyn Manson?
Remember Rachel Evan Wood? Do you know who that is?
No.
She looks like
Rachel Evan Wood.
Rachel Evan Wood.
Is she a singer, actress?
She is an actress who looks exactly like the girl who's married to Borat. Why is that name escaping me right now?
I mean, I know who Borat is, but I don't know who he's married to.
Rachel Evan Wood is an actress, and she was dating Marilyn Manson for a long time, and she's come out with all these we'll call them allegations and sexual abuse and all of these things.
Really?
So he's not very popular right now.
You know, I did see something where they were talking about, I guess, Raphael Sadiq. He put something on there from Tony, the group. You probably don't remember them. You're probably in diapers when he came out.
That's not Tone. It's spelled weird, right? Like all of them are spelled different?
Yes, but it's definitely Tony.
I thought it was Tone.
Please eat her Gen Z ass up in the comments, people.
But it's how are they spelled?
It's Tony, then Tone, but it's Tony.
Okay, I did not.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. Wow. Okay.
I mean, he was in the 90s. Anyway, so Raphael Sadiq, who is an amazing, accomplished singer, songwriter, producer, blah blah blah. I guess he came out too or something like that. I just saw him. They had a picture together. I didn't know what it was, and then I just saw him, like, he was like, you know, I never get on social media to address goofy shit and blah blah blah. He was going in, and I was like, damn, who the fuck pissed off Raphael Sadiq? Because he's a very zen brother, but you mess with him, he gonna come out and, you know, punch you in the face. Right. But or allegedly. But yeah, I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah. So is it like in the court system, or are these just allegations that this young lady is saying? And
I think there are like charges being,
there's litigation
and stuff. Okay. And she's like, my thing is, when you look at Marilyn Manson, like, and I feel like I will judge a book by its cover, but absolutely. I'm shallow.
We all do. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
I don't think you're shallow though.
When you look at Marilyn Manson, my first instinct isn't like nurturer, lover, kind man.
He wears black lipstick and nails.
Yeah. Not that, like, you know, abusing anyone is right.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, people are so shocked or so upset. But I'm like, he looks a little scary to me.
Very much so. He has very much so, like, demonic music. Like,
yeah,
he wants to unalive himself all the time.
I'm not saying, like, oh, this shouldn't be a shock. I'm just saying, like, people seem really fucking upset. And you can always be upset about abuse. But, like, this isn't like, I was going to say Bill Cosby.
No. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
This isn't like...
Is he going on tour? I'm kidding. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the fact that... I don't know.
This isn't like some like childhood TV character who's like super sweet and appealing.
He's been what he appears to be.
Yeah, this is like an Ozzy Osbourne motherfucker being like, oh yeah, and I'm also, you know...
Allegedly.
Abusive, allegedly.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, so... But, and then, of course, Kim was at the... Oh my God, that means Kim was in Chicago. Why
you didn't get a chance
to
see her? You were so focused on your friend.
I was.
It's all about the friendship.
I am such a good friend. And we were at Nobu and everything. Surely she goes to Nobu.
Yeah. Well, I heard that something they were saying that, oh, maybe they're rekindling their relationship or some shit. And I was like, Kim don't
here
want
for
that.
the kids.
No.
No, of course her camp came out and was like, oh, we didn't know Marilyn Manson was involved at all. And we don't approve of that. And Kim just showed face. Thank you.
It seemed like, okay, here's my thing with Kanye. I was about to call him Kanye.
This is what they are.
Here's my thing with Kanye. I used to love Kanye West, right? Like, you know, the Dropout album was my favorite. My last album that I purchased was 808s and Heartbreaks. That was it. That was my
Love Lockdown, baby.
That was just in. And I just feel like people keep saying to him, you're such a genius. You're such oh my God, he's a genius. He's a genius. They just keep throwing around this word, but I'm just like, Kanye, I really feel like you just dragging shit out for whatever your reason is. Like, you've had multiple listening parties, probably more than anybody else. You should have just let them listen to the whole goddamn song and just release it then. And then you're like, oh, Universal released it without my permission and bitch, release this shit.
I'm sure as soon as he heard that Drake's album was going to come out within 2 weeks of his, he was like, I'm pushing it. Like he did with 50 Cent.
But what's the big deal between him and Drake? I don't understand what the big deal is.
All that Pusha T shit.
So what?
So they're making something's out of nothing, says Drake.
Oh my God, we're in a fucking panini, dude. What the hell?
He loves competition. Remember the 50 Cent thing when their albums were going head to head, and 50 Cent was like, "I'm gonna retire if he sells more than me."
First of all, who the fuck cares? If people like you, they're gonna support your music and buy both albums. And it's like if Rihanna and Beyonce came out on the same day, I would buy both of their fucking albums. You would get the same record sales from me because I would buy both of them.
I think when you're at that level and you're making money, so much money that, because like, have you seen that thing where like compared to the wealthiest people in the world where Kanye sits?
Isn't he a billionaire?
Yeah, like his net worth is
Yeah.
insane. Like he's making so much money. All these people are telling you you're a fucking musical genius. You literally did change the course of music. The music you were putting out and what music is now is because of you, right? So you just look for fucking thrill and competition and shit anywhere. And right now
bored.
for him, it's in the version of I gotta beat Drake's ass because he came for me multiple times. Everyone loves him and he tried to fuck my wife.
But the thing is, too, even people were like, "Oh my God, he's such a genius. He put out 25 songs." Chris Brown put out an album with
And let's
55
put
goddamn
some
songs.
respect on Chris Brown's
Thank you.
fucking name.
Put
Thank
some
you.
respect on that brother. And
Remember
every
his
last song was
whole
a bop.
ass fucking play. It was a whole playlist of an
Yes.
album of songs.
And every song on that damn album, the purple one, I can't remember the name of it, but goddamn it was 55
A
songs
bop.
on that shit. Every song on there was a bop.
Bop, 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 bop,
You
bop.
kept replaying multiple songs and couldn't even get through the goddamn album because they were so good.
And you know how he's repaid? Kanye took his fucking verse.
Yeah, I saw
Off
he
the album.
posted something and
He
was like,
did.
"Man, you on that whole ass shit." I was like, Chris Brown.
Because
don't say
my
that.
thing is, Chris Brown is in a lot. So Chris Brown is on a lot of Kanye songs, but Kanye doesn't
Yeah.
ever credit anyone in the like song title. He
Right.
just does a little sneaky shit because
I just think he's really a bad business person, honestly. Like, he just seems like he's very shady. Like, even that one guy he allegedly stole some stuff from, some TikToker, he was a designer, had shirts or whatever, and he basically stole his, like, well, allegedly took his symbol and was like, he reached out to me, he wanted to take me to Chicago, blah, blah, blah. When I got here, all his merch had my fucking, like, symbol on them. And I'm like, bitch, I hope that shit was copywritten.
that was like, did you see that girl who posted a song of his and was like, "Oh, it's nice to hear my voice, but I wish I would have known."
But did you hear the comeback from not from Kanye, but from the guy who actually wrote the song? His name used to be Tone when he was a gospel singer, and now
I'm
he's
done with
B
the
Slade.
tones.
It's Tone with an X.
Oh my god.
He's an amazing singer though, but he goes by the name B Slade now. And B Slade was like, "Well, first of all, bitch, that's my song. So the person who needed to clear it cleared the motherfucking song. So shut your ass up. I don't give a damn if it is your vocals, bitch. Here's my fucking song." I was like, "Damn, Tone."
This album is doing a lot
Or
of things to a
B-Slade.
lot of people. I will say,
caused a lot of controversy.
I haven't listened to it in full. I haven't been in the right headspace. A lot of stuff's been going on, but I've seen a lot of people who don't usually post music, and this could be
Yeah.
like, I just want to be part of the zeitgeist kind of thing. But I've seen a lot of people who don't usually post music shit posting about it, so it makes me very interested to listen to it.
I haven't listened to it at all. Like I said, I just kind of refuse to. I don't know. I can't support
Entertain.
Kanye. I'm sorry. Here's the thing.
It was the Trump hat for you?
No, it was a Trump hat. It was the slavery was a choice for me. It was the fact that you supported a candidate who fucking hates black people and who was a fucking known racist and misogynistic piece of shit. And you, like, I can't get over that. Like, here's the thing. Here's the hypocrisy for me. People keep saying, R. Kelly did these horrible things. You can't separate the man from the artist. Bill Cosby did these horrible things. You can't separate the man from the artist. But somehow we can separate Kanye from his bullshit.
Because Kanye was the original person who told rappers to stop saying that shit's gay. I hold
I
it in my
don't give
heart.
a fuck. Well, then you came back and talking about slavery was a fucking choice.
It's not the gays though. It's the blacks. Very different.
Oh, so fuck the blacks is what you're saying.
All I'll say is I'm a whore for production, and I know this album was produced to the gods, so I'm gonna listen.
It's probably not even that good.
It's gotta be.
No.
Because here's the thing.
Because you're overhyping it.
People didn't like the Ye album, the one that was like, I hate being bipolar, it's awesome. The cover, do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like violent
No.
crimes and all that shit. I fucking love that
No.
shit because I love trash music, I guess. I don't know.
808s and Heartbreaks is my last one. I ain't even listened to the gospel when I was like, fuck no.
Jesus
You
is
don't
king.
love Jesus. No.
Jesus is king.
Jesus is the king, but no, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because Jesus ain't tell you the way they goddamn
I,
Make America great hat again. How about that?
I will do a full listen and we'll break down every single song on the next episode.
That's
for
gonna be
you.
a solo episode. Which I don't want to listen to it.
Me in a dark room.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I
bless
think
him.
his producing abilities are really great. I really do. But I just think we need to stop putting Kanye West on this crazy ass pedestal. Like, oh my God, we're waiting by the phone. We're waiting by Apple Music for this shit to drop. And then when it dropped, all these people are just like, yo, you took me off. You took my verse off. And they were talking
Yeah.
about the baby's
Well, he did
verse
that
and all
to Tiana
that.
Taylor's album. Do you remember?
Exactly. And then they tried to say, well, it was the record label. No, the fuck it wasn't, bitch. You are the fucking record label. It was
Yeah.
you.
I do agree. He is just a man.
And that's why Universal did that shit right back to him.
He is just a man who makes good music.
That's it.
That's it. I don't know what it is, but I have this feeling that you can't tell me that Drake doesn't have more pull right now than Kanye West. I feel like Drake was like, drop his shit now, or I'm pulling my shit from Apple Music, or whatever the fuck
I can
they
see
were
that because
doing.
Drake's a pretty boy.
He is, and
He's a
he's like,
whiner.
do it fucking now. Or I'm moving my shit to Spotify, and they were like, when you say jump, light skin boy will jump.
Yeah.
and they fucking did it.
Drake's album is gonna sell regardless. Like I really don't feel like there was gonna be much of a big difference in their sales had both of them. First of all, they album's gonna be what? I mean, at most $20.
But it's just streams. It's not even sales anymore.
That's very true.
Because I think Kanye was doing the shit that Travis Scott did, which was you buy the merch, you get the album for like $10 or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is what everyone does now to sell albums because you have to.
Yeah.
Kanye West at this point is more like not an experience. It's not like a Beyonce concert, but it's more like the hype around like he's crazy and he puts out this merch and he does these crazy things and also there's an album coming with it.
Well, first of all, I thought he was very inconsiderate. You came out on stage on fucking fire. Bitch, hospitals ain't got no motherfucking beds.
He wanted to set the house on fire in the middle of the park.
Because if your ass would have turned out like Michael Jackson ass in that damn Pepsi commercial.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Right.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Or was it Coca-Cola? Pepsi. It was Pepsi.
Don't put that on Coca-Cola. They would never.
I love Coca-Cola. Are you a Pepsi girl? Or
no,
Coca-Cola?
I'm saying don't put that on Coca. Fuck, am I a Pepsi girl? Ugh.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody drinks Pepsi. My dad used to drink Pepsi.
Dude, who drinks? It doesn't. It tastes like funky Coke.
Old people. However, Pepsi, if you want to sponsor us,
I would love.
I'll drink that shit up like
products.
water. I love Pepsi and I love Coca-Cola. I love both.
I love carbonated beverages.
They'll come back to this thing and be like,
listening.
"Fuck y'all." Yeah, I mean, yeah, interesting. And here's the thing: I'm not gonna buy either album. I'm really not, or stream it. I'm really not.
Here's my issue. So every time I listen to a Kanye album the first time through, I can figure out what I like a little less.
Yeah,
we were rolling and bopping with it. Every time I listen to a Drake album, once through, I'm like, is this not the same song 6 times? Yeah. Literally,
he's just a heartbroken lover boy.
That's what every fucking song sounds like, and it takes my third listen to be like, oh, this is a bop.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
I think
why do I have to settle into an album like that?
I think the radio makes his music popular because they just keep playing it over and over again and you're just like, oh, okay, fine, I'm just not gonna fight it, I'm just gonna keep fucking listening to it. I don't feel like they really play Kanye West's maybe because, you know what, let me not say that, I don't listen to the radio. So that may be why I don't hear it clearly. But even on the piggybacking off of that, the fact that you were in Chicago and the fact that you were there for a proposal for your friend, did you see in social media that this couple, they actually got married recently and one of their guests did RSVP, but they did not show up to the wedding. And so they sent the person an invoice for $240 and with an explanation, because you RSVP'd and you did not let us know that you were not going to come, blah, blah, blah. You basically no call, no show. Here's the invoice. Please let us know. We accept Zelle, Cash App, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
damn. So here's my thing. I'm not a married person. I haven't had a wedding, but I understand that shit's expensive.
Yes.
Would I personally do that? No.
I think it depends on certain circumstances.
Well, if I don't even like you and I invited you to my wedding, like if my mom was like, you have to invite this person, and I invited them and they did that, I'd invoice my mom with the swiftness. I'd be like, bitch, that's your friend. And they didn't come and you're fucking paying for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's touchy, dude.
I've done that before. Okay, so
you've done that before?
I have, unfortunately. Well, and the thing is, it really wasn't my fault to a degree. It really wasn't. So there was one of my college friends. She got married, but she got married on the same day as my aunt's retirement party.
Oh, you've no-showed a wedding.
Well, no, I was on my way to the wedding though. Like I legit, I changed my clothes, everything. I came from the party because it was like a dress up party or whatever. And then I changed my clothes. One of my other classmates was supposed to be going. We were in Fort Lauderdale. The wedding was in Miami, and I was literally on the highway going to the wedding, and it was this major crazy car crash that was in Fort Lauderdale. Her wedding was in Miami.
Of course it was.
So I literally, like, it was going to take me, it would literally, when I put in the address, it was going to take me 2 hours to get to her wedding. And I was like, bitch, I'm gonna miss everything. And I'm only going to be at the reception. And I'm like, fuck. And then I literally was driving for like an hour and I was like, I'm never going to make it to this fucking wedding. And I just turned around.
Wow.
But I did text her and I was like, I really didn't want to text her because I was like, damn, it's your wedding day. I don't really want to even bog you down with that. But I did. I was like, hey, it was an accident up here in Fort Lauderdale. It's crazy traffic. I'm not going to be able to make the wedding. I really was on my way. Because like I said, one of my other classmates, her car had broken down and she was on her way as well too. And I was like, well, I'll just come back and get you and then we could just go together. And so she was like, no, I just got to take care of the car situation, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I've done that. So if she would have invoiced me, honestly, I would not have been mad. I would not have, because I was literally on my way.
Why do I have to pay money to fucking watch you and your husband make out?
That's the thing, dude. Because it's not my fault that you having an extravagant wedding.
My thing is, like, the wedding is not for you.
Yeah.
You're not throwing this big party for you. You're throwing it for all of your friends and family. And if you're spending that much money, then you're spending that much money.
Pretty much.
I think you have to know that you're going to eat the cost. But also, I'm not the one spending that much money. So
Yeah, I think it has to be a legit reason as to why
they didn't like them. They didn't. There's no way you liked that person.
Because I mean, honestly, like even when my sister got married, like going through the process, didn't help her plan her wedding or anything, but I still was, I heard the stories and things that she was doing and like, oh, what are the updates and stuff. So she would keep me in the loop about what was going on, and she seemed to be very calm most of the time during her wedding. She was not a bridezilla, which was very surprising because my sister freaks out at the littlest things. But even her planner, she was able to, do a lot of the stuff or whatever and get stuff done. But even to certain people that didn't RSVP, she was like, well, they're already covered. So it really doesn't matter. And so she would tell somebody at the last minute, hey, if you want to come, you can come and blah, blah, blah. But then they just kind of left it as, no, it's just meant for you not to be there.
That's okay. But I don't know wedding pricing, but $240 seems like a lot.
That means that you had some real food, because usually it's chicken or fish, bitch. Yeah. I mean, what kind of fish was this?
It's the steak option in the
was
fucking
this Le Cordon Bleu? I mean, goddamn.
But I'm just like, I don't know. That's very uncouth.
I mean,
but also I'm not the one spending. If you're spending $250 on each person at this wedding,
but maybe that needs to be put in your invitation. If you RSVP and you do not show up, you will be charged X, Y, and Z.
Like, is this a fucking corporate event? Like, why? Oh my!
People go crazy for weddings. That's why I don't.
That's true. They're fucking expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Please, if I've been known to no call, no show. Do not Venmo request me for your wedding. I'd like to make that known.
Yeah, I'll still just be like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'd be like, and dismissed, rejected. Yeah. No, I'm not paying for it.
I usually try to tell people even if I do RSVP because I have all the intentions to go, and then I end up not being able to go, I will tell you like weeks in advance. The only person that I didn't tell weeks in advance was this one girl who was in my PT class. She got married, and remember when was it Harvey?
Sure.
That hit Houston.
Oh, yeah.
And her wedding was the same.
I went to a wedding that weekend. Did you go?
I was supposed to go, but then San Antonio ran out of gas. And I was like, bitch, I'm not going to Houston for that.
Bitch,
fuck no.
Let me tell you about that shit. So as much as I say, if I don't go to your wedding, don't charge me, I am the queen of, well, I told them I was going to go, so I have to fucking go.
Yeah.
Stupid. Always. But I'm like, no, they meet mom. Like, I'm like, everyone, I told them I was going to be there. I have to be there. What are they going to do without me? Like, God forbid.
Because you got to get on the mic and make a speech.
Exactly.
I mean, you got to.
Bitch, it's like you were there.
Yeah.
Anyway. My mom was like, bitch, there's a hurricane. The wedding's in Houston.
Yeah.
It's like in a suburb of Houston. She's like, bitch, there was a hurricane. Everything's
this is the same person if we know the same person.
Possibly. I don't know. Probably not.
Are they African?
No.
Okay.
Different weddings.
Okay.
I wish I was in every one. That would been so fun.
And she had a beautiful wedding though, but it was they were canceling everybody's flights. Dude. Even some of my PT classmates were gonna go. We were all gonna go. They were canceling their flights because we were like, you can't get in and out of Houston.
I had to drive up there. There was no gas.
Yes.
And my mom was like, do not go. If you get stuck, you're fucked. There's
exactly.
no gas.
And that's like, why I didn't go.
I was in the wedding. So I was like, I can't not go. So I fucking drove my ass up there to Conroe. We did the wedding and then I fucking drove back. But the streets were fucking flooded. It was an awful situation.
And I told her that week, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm coming. And she was just like, well, it's clear over here, bitch. I know, but to get out the city and to get to you, no, not gonna happen, not at all.
Yeah, and that was a lot of her shit. A lot of people canceled. Yeah, they were like, we don't know. And she was like, it's clear here. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. We're still having the wedding. Yeah, so that's the thing too with fucking weddings. Like, how can you guarantee that the weather's
unpredictable?
Gonna be right? Yeah.
It's so many things are so unpredictable. It's just like, this is why I don't want to have a wedding. Like, I want to have a ceremony, a nice simple ceremony with maybe 20 people max, and that's it. We're not doing all of that bullshit. I'm not paying for no plate. Bitch, you can get a bologna sandwich and a jungle juice and get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that.
I'd fuck with I haven't had bologna in a long
you'll get
time.
a little buntini on the way out.
Thank you. That's all I like, don't make it a big to do.
No. Like Issa Rae, I want to see the bill that she paid to spend all of that money to get married.
My dream situation is to have a destination wedding, because if your ass will pay for a flight to come here, then I'll treat you right.
And a hotel? Yes.
Yes. And then that'll weed out all the other motherfuckers who just wanted to come for the free food.
Yeah. Because I'm not doing all that. No. I'm not.
I don't have the money to do all that. No. The bitch got loans.
Even if I did, I don't like to get dressed up. I really don't. As you can tell, I don't like to dress up.
My thing is, I just want to be drunk, and it's very hard to get drunk at your own wedding. So
yeah, because you got to be the pretty bride at least. I mean, at bare minimum.
I get drunk when I drink too much. This one slants like this.
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna work.
Well, speaking of hurricanes.
Yo, there's a hurricane. The fuck? Kanye's album song Hurricane.
No, haven't heard of it.
Oh, okay. Don't even know he dropped it the same day as this fucking hurricane.
Let's go back to Kanye for a second. Do you think his mama's proud?
Donda?
Do you think Donda's proud of what he's done since she's left this earth?
here's the thing. If I was a mom, I would feel this overwhelming sense of love and appreciation that my son went fucking bananas the minute I wasn't in this world. I would be like, that's fucking right. You can't do it without me.
You're so fucking vain. You're so vain.
And I think that's what's happening here.
Oh God, bless his mother, sweet Jesus, Lord. It's almost kind of like at our job, one person leaves, everything just runs a fucking muck, and you're like, God damn it, you were really buffering all this stuff.
Truly.
Yeah, it's been crazy. But anyway, yeah. So Hurricane Ida has made landfall in Louisiana and in the Gulf.
Can they catch a break?
And it was on the anniversary.
Yo, God
it was
is playing
on
a
the
joke.
anniversary of when I'm just like, yo.
Did we just started cleaning up that shit.
Seriously. And here's the thing too about hurricanes. Like I wouldn't consider myself a hurricane expert, but
You wouldn't? That's
No.
so weird.
But
you talk about them so frequently.
well, because I've lived through so many of them living in Florida and South Florida specifically. And the thing is, people are always like, I think Floridians or different states kind of look at each other like, oh, y'all can't even handle a little category 4. And I'm just like, okay, Floridians, do you all realize that
it's an infrastructure, baby.
We're at sea level. These motherfuckers built this shit below sea level. So any little rain, any little speckle of spit, bitch, they're going to flood. They're going to flood.
It's about the infrastructure for me.
It literally is.
Are you on conspiracy TikTok?
No, but I would like to be.
You need to be.
I need to, because I'm a conspiracy theorist. I love conspiracy.
All I see are these videos of like these black people from New Orleans who are like, I heard the biggest blow up sound
when the
levees broke for Katrina. And they were like, and that's not just a levee breaking. And they're like, someone blew the fucking levees. And I was like, I believe it 100%.
Well, remember what they did in the ocean a couple weeks ago when they blew up something in the damn ocean? They set off a 40,000 pound bomb or some shit.
Yep.
So I believe it.
I believe it too. And it's all over conspiracy.
But I'm just like, but why New Orleans?
Trying to wipe it off the map, too black.
Atlanta. They already making these fake ass little rain showers and shit with the electricity. So I'm like, you could have took that shit right to Atlanta and put a hurricane there. Geostorm. Have you ever seen that?
Ooh.
The revolution would not be televised.
That's insane.
God damn it.
Speaking of bombs, have you seen all the shit about Afghanistan?
Yo.
So here's the thing.
I'm so glad I didn't choose to go into the military. Thank you to all of our service men and women.
Truly, thank you for your service, because I sure as fuck wouldn't be doing it.
Sweet Lamb of God.
But I was literally standing in line at TSA, and I was thinking, like, there was a time when you didn't have to do this shit.
No.
And it's insane to me now because motherfuckers in Afghanistan can walk through a crowd with a suicide bomb, blow shit up. Like, they can't.
Yeah, they really can.
You can't fuck around like that at our airports.
No.
You can't get past security like that.
I mean, I got passed with a knife one time. A few times, actually. They didn't catch me for a good minute. I mean, it was a pocket knife.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing. Like it was a Swiss Army.
But you can't walk on with the fucking bomb.
No, usually not.
No. And I feel like as much as we're like, this is so annoying, I hate fucking TSA, why do you do this
do it
shit?
for a
Like,
reason.
they do it for a fucking reason.
Yeah, and I'm glad about it.
And God bless those people, because no one likes TSA.
Yeah. TSA is like the post office, like, you know, the DMV.
Yeah. I will tell you, I went through TSA.
They're nicer.
I went through, you know how you do the, like, scan my fucking, there's holes in my shirt.
You love getting naked on this podcast.
I do.
You always
I
lifting
really
up your
do.
shirt. You're
This was
over
my
here
call. This
showing
was
people
my-
your pits. God
Some people
dang
have
it.
OnlyFans. Some people make a whole ass podcast to take off their clothes. Anyway, I have a face for radio. I went through.
I fucking hate you. Shut the fuck up.
I stepped out of the thing that fucking magnifies your body.
Yeah.
I probably have so much radiation from the
Definitely,
airport.
absolutely. It's like an MRI.
And this girl goes, I gotta check your ankles. Are they sore?
What?
I was like, no, they're not. So she patted down my ankles.
You had on no shoes?
I had to check your ankles. Are you sore? No. Why would it be? What the fuck? I was so thrown off.
Even mean?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I was so thrown off by that question. I'm glad you don't know what the fuck it means either.
Yeah, no. Maybe she just wanted to fill you up. I don't know. That's weird.
Check your ankles.
Yeah, no.
Are you sore? I was like, are my ankles sore?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I want to say this. Oh, this may be too revealing. Oh God, I can always edit it. So one time I was going through TSA, and
I already can't wait for this story.
it was that time of the month, right?
Oh no.
So like, you know how you double reinforce and do all your stuff as women
Oh
do?
yeah. Oh, I know.
So when I went to the I all but had like a fucking Depends on. And so the lady, so it was a guy, and of course he was so cute. He was like, ma'am, we got to get a female TSA agent to help you. And I'm like,
to rub on your cooter.
I was like, fuck. And so she came up to me and I was like, ma'am, for real, legit. I promise, I'm a licensed clinician. Like I'm not hiding nothing. Like for real. She was like, yeah, I know, but I still have to.
I still have to feel on your fucking Gucci.
I was like, just don't adjust it, please. It's perfect. Just don't move it. It was the most awkward thing because it was like all of a sudden all the other TSA people were just like, what you feeling on her cooch and her butt for? I was like, fucking hell.
You're like, no sudden movements.
That had never happened to me ever. Ever.
I
was so embarrassed.
Dead.
So embarrassed. It was the worst.
Also, what technology is that? Why is it so sensitive?
Why are you picking up cotton? God damn it. Now you just let everybody know that
this
I'm ovulating.
was a metal detector. What the fuck?
Thank you for letting the world know that I'm ovulating. Jesus.
It makes me feel really safe.
Oh my God.
Though.
That was the worst. The worst. But because usually my hair always gets pat down.
Oh, always. They grab my bun.
Yes.
They fucking yank my bun. And I'm like, what do you think's in there?
I used to wear those long braids down my butt, and so it would always go off. And so they would just lift my hair up, and I'm like, I promise I ain't got no damn drugs in my hair. Because, people have gotten stopped by putting drugs in their hair and shit. But I don't do that because I pay
too much. Against the law.
My hair braider Rachel would be very upset if I did that.
This is for Rachel.
Rachel, braids by Ray. Haha. Anyway, but yeah, so Afghanistan is going through a lot of shit.
All that to say.
All that to say.
No, honestly, so you know how I'm fucking just listening to shit all the time?
Yeah.
Listen to this podcast. They were talking to a reporter on the ground who was talking about how he interviewed people that were there. That shit was fucking...
It's insane.
Insane. Like... The idea, so he was saying that the airport there is made to protect / deter from car bombs.
Yeah.
So it's got these huge concrete walls. It's got narrow doorways.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're used to dealing with. Because of the influx of people trying to get out of the fucking war-torn country, they've already had a lot of issues with people being trampled, people suffocating, all this crazy shit. So when the bomb went off, it was even worse because all these people are trying to leave. They can't fucking get out. They were stuck in there.
Yeah, I heard it was like 13 servicemen and or women that unfortunately died during that blast. It was
Marines.
Crazy.
That's who they send in.
Was it Marines?
I think
okay, I thought it was two other like from Army or something.
They may have been, but I'm just like, they said it was a perfect storm because most of it is people with you wait in this line all day. You're shoving your way past to get to the service people to show them your papers, and they say yes or no. On top of that, there's other people there who are just trying to just fucking go, so they don't even have the papers, but they're just there. And then it's just a mob of people right next to these U.S. servicemen.
Yeah, I saw these videos of parents like just putting their children over the wall, and I'm just like, I cannot imagine like as a parent, you're just like, I don't even think I'm going to get out of here. At least give my child a chance.
It's like the
that's
Titanic.
Horrible. Yes,
dude,
it's horrible. And even too, like I know that recently this week because they have pulled out supposedly completely today, which is what Monday, August 30th.
Did you see Joe Biden's not very
no, he was sleeping during an interview. Yeah, but the thing is too, he borrowed. I guess they had to loan. A couple of airlines loaned the United States their planes, like 18 planes, because the planes that they had grounded there, they couldn't use because of course people are, crowding them and stuff. So they went ahead and just destroyed those. They destroyed over like 600,000 cars or something like that the United States actually put over there. And I'm just like, y'all took that many planes and cars and destroyed that shit. I mean, I get it because obviously you don't want people to use your stuff or whatever and to, use it against you. But god damn, like, what was the purpose of this? And here's the thing that I want people to understand. Everybody keeps saying, oh, it's Joe Biden's fault. No, the fuck it's not. It's George Bush's fault. That motherfucker was like, I'm a thug in these streets. Bitch, what you ain't gonna do is come up in here and mess up my fucking Twin Towers and not me coming revenge on your ass. And then he went there and then he was like, all right, bitch, I gotta go. And then Obama was
like... when you have a patient for, like, you're like on a Thursday or a Friday, right? And you're like, this is some crazy shit, but I'm just going to deal with it for 2 days and then I'm going to get the fuck up out of here.
Somebody else's problem.
And then it's somebody else's problem. And that's what they've been doing for the last fucking 10 years. Yeah, exactly. And so, but then Joe Biden came in and he was like, you know what? We're just done, which you can't do because they've literally tried to turn Afghanistan into America. They were like, no, girls need to be in school. And no, you can do whatever you want. And we're going to make you this. And we're going to train all your military to do this. And then within freaking 2 months, they're like, actually, no, we're out. Sorry, bye.
Yeah, and they don't have the infrastructure.
They don't
for
have
it.
the infrastructure. It fucking collapsed. That's why I'm like, did no one have it? Like, someone had to have an exit strategy. You're the fucking United States. Like, no one knew this was gonna happen.
I think they did, but I think the problem is that when Trump came in, because here's the thing: we were only supposed to go to Afghanistan to get revenge and get Osama bin Laden.
Zero Dark 30.
And then, that's what I'm saying. So you didn't get him, as Bush didn't get him, unfortunately. Then Obama, during his administration, he was able to get him and Saddam Hussein. Perfectly fine, right? At that point, to me, that should have been like, okay, bitch, we coming home because we did what we came to do. But then when Trump was there, he was like, okay, there's really no purpose of us still being in Afghanistan, so we're gonna pull everybody out by May. And then Biden, of course, gets in office, and he's like, well, no, let's extend it to September just to give them, make them a little bit more stable. But I'm just like, you cannot stabilize a country when you have single-handedly helped to destroy that shit looking for one motherfucker.
Yep.
And you uncovered all of this shit, and you can't put their country back together in 20 years.
You burnt that shit to the ground to get revenge. Then you're like, well, while we're here, I'm sure we could make it better with what we think would be better.
You can't put your American-ass values on these people.
No.
As much as you would like to, and girls are important, and pushing forth women getting educations and being able to drive and do all this other wonderful thing, that's amazing. But you cannot take your America Confederate flag having ass over to someone else's country. They have a totally set of new rules and regulations, morals and values, and then just say, peace, bitch.
It's called cultural competence. I just took
I could have been the damn diversity and inclusion
health stream class on it. Thank you.
Yeah, we did have to just do that.
We did have to just do that. But I'm like, it is insane to me that, well, I mean, when you do shit like this, people push back even harder, which is why they've reinstated Sharia law.
Yeah.
Which is why, here's the crazy thing. The Taliban, when you hear it, you're like, not good. No, I know about the Taliban, not good. The fact that the U.S. is now like, well, we're actually kind of partnering with the fucking Taliban because ISIS-K even worse, and we don't want to fuck with those motherfuckers. If you have to partner with the Taliban to make good shit happen, it ain't right.
Yeah, and I think Trump doing that and inviting people in, first of all, again, everybody, it's Bush's fault, goddammit. Stop forgetting Bush.
Listen,
Bush came in,
by George W.
And George W. is cool now because he gave Michelle Obama peppermint.
And he dances with the little kids in Africa.
But he still fucked up. And not only that, but my thing is, Bush came in and also armed these people. You armed the Taliban. Like, you legit armed them. You gave them weapons, supposedly looking for weapons of mass destruction. You gave them weapons of mass destruction.
There are weapons of
And then you're just like, well, we're going to go ahead and leave, y'all. We need our guns back. They're like, not today. Not today, motherfucker.
These
ones right here, they got the USA serial code? No. Come get them. They just like Texas. Come get these.
They're
bitches.
Probably like, that's what we would call in the 90s an Indian giver.
Yes, seriously.
No.
You're not going to take this back? Mm-mm. No, not at all. Not at all. And I think it's so incredibly unfortunate that so many men and women have lost their lives, their limbs, their mental health for the past 20 years over bullshit. And that all went to shit because you left in a matter of days, and all of a sudden now...
Did you hear? They said
the whole thing
the
is
first servicemen to be killed in Afghanistan since like 2020. February 2020. That's what's crazy to me. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either. I thought people were still...
I was like, oh, so we've been chilling.
Well, because coronavirus.
They were pulling everybody out. But it's just fucking unfortunate. It is crazy. I still can't believe that the Taliban is the lesser of two evils at this point.
Tell me about it. Isn't that crazy?
The Taliban was literally like, hey, well, whatever y'all need to get the fuck out, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's work with it. And these crazy ass motherfuckers were like, no, we're suicide bombing. Thank you. Bringing that back.
They've already like, hey, bitch, prayer. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We putting all our values and beliefs back in. And honestly, like, I will never side with the Taliban, but I completely understand the uprising because you have another country that's infiltrating what you only know and trying to put their own belief system. Exactly. And basically discrediting everything. Now, even though the shit you do is horrible, don't kill people and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I kind of understand, because it's just like, if anybody else were to come into the United States and do the same shit that the United States does to other countries, we would be flipping the fuck out. Y'all don't even want to wear a motherfucking mask right now. And you flipping out.
It's like the Holocaust.
Right. It's crazy.
When they started changing all this random shit. And you know what I mean? And people were like, we're going to pretend we're cool with it because we're not trying to die.
Yeah.
But this shit is fucking crazy.
It's, oh God.
God bless them.
Seriously. That's horrible.
But yeah, I was in TSA and I was like, this shit's annoying, but I'm real glad that someone can't roll up in here with a fucking shoe bomb and blow me up once I'm past security.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because God, it's crazy. But yeah, y'all need to get more sensitive. them things called sensors or whatever.
Sensing your menses and
I
shit.
mean, I was so embarrassed. I was just like,
that's traumatizing.
I was just standing there like, nope. I mean,
did she do back of the hand at least?
Yeah, she did. Thank God. I was like, ma'am, I got to walk, but it ain't that big. Jesus. Oh my God. It was annoying. Absolutely annoying. Well, anyway, speaking of airlines and Air Force and blah, blah, blah. Did you hear that on the backs of COVID, that Delta Airlines specifically has now implemented this new policy that if you are unvaccinated, that your insurance premium will go up by $200?
I did hear that, and I don't know how I feel about it. Thank you. Good night.
And that's it. Yeah, I mean,
what if you can't get vaccinated?
I think there's stipulations that if you can't get vaccinated, then you won't be affected by it.
I mean, here's the thing. Listen, I'm all for free will and doing what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But at this point, if we want to get over this, it's got to be one of those things that are like, you can still have your free will. Mm-hmm. You can do what you want. But if you choose to do that, there are stipulations.
Absolutely.
And one of them is paying higher,
or not being able to work for us at all.
Not being able to go places, not being able to do things because you have this choice and we're not making it for you. But we literally have no other way to stop this shit from spreading.
Yeah. And I think it's more of a liability issue for the employee to get COVID and be out. Not necessarily the people on the plane, because they don't give a shit about the people on the plane. Right. They just care about if you get sick and we have to pay for you to be out, and then all these other subsequent costs that come with COVID, i.e. hospitalizations, because even, like we said on the last podcast, our insurance companies are even coming out and saying, if you are not vaccinated, we may deny your claim because you had an opportunity to get vaccinated if you fall under these criteria where you can get vaccinated and you're not allergic to all these different things.
It's like this company coming out saying, or this like research basing, hey, there's a flesh-eating bacteria in this lake, and then people still going in the lake and getting the flesh-eating bacteria, and they're like, well, bitch, we told you not to fucking go swimming in the lake.
Well, why didn't you close it down? You still have it open.
Yeah,
but we have signs everywhere,
and we think a hospital is ground zero. Bitch, an airport is
airports
zero.
Are disgusting.
I scrubbed as soon as I got off. But also, it's not hard to wear your fucking mask and to separate from people.
It's really not.
You do it the whole time.
You know who the experts at wearing masks? Dentists and dental hygienists. They do it. They've literally been in masks their whole entire life.
This girl at work was saying, because she has a sty, she went to the doctor, and that the eye doctor told her there's been an increase in styes because people's masks hold bacteria, and when they talk and breathe and stuff, it's floating up to their eye, and they're getting styes.
Wow.
There's all these weird things happening now.
So why didn't it happen last year when COVID was really like thotting and bopping out here in these streets? I mean, it's even more now.
I mean, I guess it's just been an overall increase. I have no idea.
That's weird.
Styes are on the rise. I wonder how it's affecting dental health.
I don't think breathing it. Maybe it's an increase in cavities.
Maybe people are more conscious of their breath, so they're brushing more, or maybe the bacteria is staying here and has no escape route.
Yeah,
so
it's just like you get a cavity, your tooth is just dry and just rots. Yeah, because you get used to your own breath. Remember we talked about this last year. Ooh,
damn, dude.
Wow, we didn't do this podcast almost a year. Anyway, and how when I used to take the mask off to like take a little drink of water and I put it back on, I'm like, ooh shit.
Now I'm numb to it. I roll out of bed, don't brush my teeth. I'm like, fuck it, this is me.
I'm gonna be a mask all day anyway. Nobody's gonna smell my breath. It's fine. And I still brush my teeth. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, interesting. All right, so we're gonna do a part 1 and part 2 on this podcast because we've been going pretty long and we still haven't even gotten to our next stuff. So we're gonna come back for part 2 next week, and
I hope you're excited to hear more of us talking.
Yes, we're gonna be talking about a lot of different things. I'm gonna give y'all a little teaser. We're gonna be talking about, this is a face-off topic, or in the rehab corner, we're gonna be talking about how a California high school teacher actually claims that Gen Z is less educated, more depressed, and without values compared to other generations.
Strong statement.
That's a bold statement to say as a high school teacher. I wonder what generation
what I will say is sometimes high school teachers are just fucking reckless and ruthless because they're seeing like the pit of hell, and they're like, I have to say it because no one else will.
Definitely. So we'll save that one for next week. So yeah, we'll come back with part 2 next week, and y'all stay tuned.
Go out there, spread love and light, and
have a great week.
Just like take some time for yourself. Yeah. Maybe meditate or go get some ice cream, eat a bundt cake.
Yes, and we're still praying for the people in Haiti, on the backs of and the aftermath of the devastation of that, what's the thing called? Earthquake. Jesus, I lost my words.
What's that
and
thing
also,
called where the ground shakes real bad
Right.
and things fall down?
And also, so we're praying for Haiti. We're also continuing to pray for the people who are in the Gulf, Louisiana, Houston, Mississippi, all those places that Hurricane Ida is headed for or has done damage to. So
pray extra hard for minorities.
yes, absolutely. Because, oh, Jesus. And with COVID, oh, God, that's a lot.
Can
that's
we get
lot.
a win? We need to move.
Yeah, from this planet. That's probably why Jeff Bezos is
That's
going
probably
up
why
in
they're
space.
doing
Yeah.
Don't blame them.
Yeah, definitely. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great and amazing week. We'll see y'all next week with part 2.
Bye.
Bye. Don't you dare. I was like,
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.